Hey there, everyone. My name's Andrew. This is the Canadian Starships live stream. We are back at it tonight, working on this beastie here. We're going to be doing some refinement on the Aztecs. I've got my tea, Earl Grey, hot, and we're going to be ready to get right at it. Tonight, we've got Ken producing. Say hi, Ken.
Good evening, everyone.
So how is everybody doing tonight?
Apparently well enough for you to be dashed already.
What?
Yes.
Dash.
I was hoping the timing was going to be a little bit tighter there. I was looking for more for like, what?
Dash.
But it didn't quite work out that way, but we're good. Well, thank you so much, Howard. That is greatly appreciated. Completely unnecessarily, but greatly appreciated. And I went to go look at the comments, and I almost hit that pink button up there, which would not have been good.
Yeah, no, that would not be good at all.
There is a verification step. So let's see. We've got Jody here saying 3, 2, 1 launch. And of course, we've got Dash saying, "What? It's not Aztek yet? Shocker!" Yeah. It's a bit of a process. Plus, I'm filming it all, so
Bless you.
There's going to be another one because they always come in groups of twos.
We also have Trent here. He says, "Hi, Andrew and Ken." Bless you again.
Oh, there we go.
And we have Jody. He says, "Hi, Ken," again.
Yeah.
Hello again. Trent is saying hello to Jody and Howard. And yeah, they're just talking amongst themselves right now. Better than the ban button, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I always sneeze in groups of twos. And I'm also light sensitive for sneezing. So light will make me sneeze.
Me too.
Yeah. There's a small percentage of the population where that is where that's a factor. I'm definitely not liking my face cam tonight.
No?
No, I'm using a different camera because if this was good, I could just leave it set up all the time. But I'm not liking it as much as the other one. So I think I'll be going back to the other one next week.
Okay.
Yep. Well, we are. Let me get my appropriate software up here. Oh, also, I need my iPad so I can control things.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So be right back. One moment, please. Yeah, 1 moment, please. That's always some nice footage to run when I have to step out for a quick moment. Okay, let me just test this. There we go. There's the beastie sitting there. And you can see that the first round Aztek masks, including the Deck 3 area and bridge module, are on there. But there are some sections where there are some gaps between the sections of masking, which is always going to happen. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to clean all that up and get it ready for paint. And hopefully by the end of this stream, it will be ready for paint. Let's see.
We have Cosmic Quest Hobbies, a.k.a. Russ, is here. He says, "Hey, everyone."
Welcome.
Jody says, "Question 1, ?
And no question to follow up with that?
I don't know. I don't see anything.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Howard says, "We went so long last night, we almost crashed into today's stream."
Oh, was Friday night a long stream?
Must have been. And then we have Captain Charlemagne, aka Jeff, is here.
Well, welcome.
He says, "Hi all, tiny bit late. Was looking at new, very big project. I was hoping to do this year, but man, does it have a lot of pieces."
Hmm.
What are you working on, Jeff? Or what are you hoping to work on?
Big and a lot of pieces, huh?
You know, I'm looking at this, and I was just looking at my local hobby store. It's sci-fi stuff, and they have the official decals for the 1400 1701D, and those are like $96 for those decals. That's expensive.
For Aztek decals?
Yeah, for the D.
Yeah. I paint it.
Yeah.
Painting it the way to go.
Yeah.
They went till 4 a.m.
Wow. That is crazy.
I don't know if that, I don't think that's the longest, because that one Sunday night we did went like super long. But that's still up there for one of the longest streams.
Yes, we went so long that someone was able to have a flight home and then get home after
Fly
landing at
across
the
the
airport.
country and get home and join the stream.
Yeah.
That was a super long one.
I believe it was just over 9 hours.
Something like that, yeah. Give or take. Second cup of tea already. And yes, we're going to hurry up and get to the work. All right. So, just want to see if I can find a good example just to give you an idea of what it is we need to work on. Because there's some there's some really clear examples, and then there's just like tedious stuff. So I found some really good clear examples here. Let's see if I can zoom in on that section here with this camera. If not, I will have to go with the handheld. So this is where I want to get to, right here. So let's see what we can do.
Jeff is saying the stuff he's going to be working on is it's a Lego / Roblox Warhammer 40K battleship model of the McCragg's Honor. It's 4,906 pieces. And Jody's saying Jordan joined last night, so he stayed on.
Oh, the elusive Jordan joined the stream.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so what we're looking at here is this section here. So you can see it's like very prominent here how the Aztek mask here does not meet up with this line here.
Right.
So we need to bridge that gap so there's not this big long line going down where Aztecs don't meet. And so there's lots of that. There's some over here you can see, and it's mostly with those middle panels because the panels just don't quite meet, and you have to be just a little bit creative to make sure that everything goes on properly. And
that second one you just showed us, that one almost looks like it's wider at the top. Yeah, it's wider at the bottom than it is at the top. The gap.
Yeah, it is. And like this one's right up against that center line. So it's not like it's been misplaced or anything like that. It's just the way that it goes. So that's what we need to work on tonight. And I've got a pre-programmed in little button that takes us back out like that.
Well, that's actually quite handy.
Yeah. So I'm just moving this so I can kind of keep an eye on what's going on over here, and then just swivel my chair over here.
There you go. And Captain Charlemagne was, or Jeff was saying that, you mean the stream was still going at 4 this morning? You savage mad lads.
That is a long one. Again, not the longest, but it's a pretty long one. Now, the thing about the Sunday streams is that they start later, right? So,
yes, 4 o'clock your time, 3 o'clock my time.
Well, yeah, the Sunday streams start earlier, 4 o'clock my time.
Yep.
The Friday night streams start later at 9. So if they go to 4 a.m., it's so if they go like 7 hours, it's like super early in the morning. But if the Sunday goes 7 hours, it's what? Well, that's only 11. That's only 11 o'clock my time.
Yep.
So it's a little bit different, right? I am looking for my metal straight edge, which I'm going to need a lot of tonight. It's over there, but I've also lost where over there is. So,
yeah, Howard says, I think the longest Sunday was the 9-hour stream. Yeah, I think so.
Which I think is still the record holder for the longest stream overall. Where is my straight edge? Okay, found it. It's over there.
Well, isn't that what I said?
That was a different over there.
Oh, over there. Oh, I see.
There, yes.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Not over there, but over there. All right, so I'm going to guesstimate the width of a piece of masking tape that I'm going to need for this, which will probably get me most of the way there. And I will make adjustments as we go. I'm going to turn another light on here so I can see better. It might put a little bit of extra glow on it for you guys. So I'm just going to go through. I'm going to have my handy dandy number 11 blade handy. I'm going to go through.
Howard said, I think the next, he said, I think the New Year's Eve was the next at 8-ish hours.
Yeah. So, I also need to, I need to record a bit for this as well. Okay, let me zoom this back in again. If I go here, you can see the massive gaps over there and the area I'm going to start with.
Yes, if we need, we can tell you and get you to move it a little bit more later.
So I'm going to turn my face cam off. Oh, I'm just going to mute for one moment. And I'm going to grab my good audio. Sorry, not my good audio. I mean my video audio microphone. Well, I'll keep it out of frame.
I appreciate that.
So just like last week, there's going to be a little bit of video production here. So a little bit of the behind the scenes of the video production happening.
So everyone's in for a treat again.
As we live stream. So I'm just opening Audacity because I'm going to need to record it there. And I'm just going to make this full screen here since you guys are joining me on this. Often here, I'll show you what I'm doing. So often I've just got it in the top half of this screen and I can keep something else down here. So if I'm opening files or something like that, but I'll full screen this for now. Not that it really matters. And I'm just going to make sure that it's recording using the right recording device. It is. So we're all good for that. Let's go back here. I'm going to make sure my video recording is recording to the right location. It is. And it's also recording this audio, I think. It is. Good. All right, we're going to do a record section here. So we'll see how this goes. And recording. I need a pointer. Here's a pointer. Pointers are good. So now that we have all of the Aztecs, oh, I'm zoomed in a little bit too much to get a grand scheme. Now that we've got all of the Aztecs on the surface here, I've zoomed in to show you a little bit of an issue that we have to deal with. It's not a big deal, but it is something that if you're doing this project, you're going to probably need to work through yourself. You can see that in these lines here, there are some gaps in the masking where this Aztec does not meet this Aztec. And yes, I know it's near the edge of the camera range here. There are some more examples over here where this doesn't meet. There's a gap running all the way through here. That's going to happen. It's just the nature of working with a garage kit and upscaled masks and all of that stuff. There's a way to deal with it. I'm going to show you how to deal with it. And we're going to start. I found a place, and I just need to find it. We're going to start right here. Now, this may look like it's fairly close, but there's a gap here because this piece doesn't quite meet up with this piece. And this is a good example to show you what we're going to do over the entire surface before we put down the paint. So I've prepared a strip of very thin cut tape, and I'm going to place it down here and meet the corner. Oh, it came with me there. I'm going to really place it down and bring it down here. And I'm going to take my sharp number 11 blade, and I'm going to hold the blade down. I'm not going to press into the paint, but I'm going to hold it down at the edge of where I want the mask to end. And as long as this is sharp enough, and I do this right, I'll just be able to pull it off like that, and it'll be lined up perfectly with this mask. So now you can see that the Aztek mask goes all the way to the edge and lines up with the rest of the line here. So I'm going to be doing that over the course of the whole upper surface and make sure that these masks kind of force the masks to line up the way they should. If they're off a little bit here and there, it doesn't really matter. Once they're all off and you see the pattern, it's going to look absolutely amazing. Oh, no. Oh, actually, not oh, no. We're done filming.
Oh, perfect.
I never pressed record on Audacity, but that's okay because it was recording in my other program.
Oh,
so yeah, I forgot. I don't need to run Audacity if I'm using using the streaming software to do it. Let me get my face cam back here.
We got Ken's Model Shop is here. He says, "Hey everyone."
Welcome, Ken.
And we have Alec here. He says, "Hey guys, wrapped up work, second day at the new job, done. Waiting for Uber to go home."
How many new jobs do you have? I'm always hearing you've got new jobs all the time.
Well, I believe this is the one at the nursing home, where he's working at the nursing home that his grandmother's at.
Okay. Well, that's a cool way to work, because then you get to spend time with your grandmother.
And then we have people saying hello to both Ken and each other.
I'm just getting the video editing software ready here. Howard, did you have any better luck with your transition issues? What video is this?
That definitely looks like a different video. That's the footage you doing that.
Yeah, that's let's see what video is. Okay, that's the explanation. Sorry, it's been a little bit. I had a time lapse where you see too much of my head. Hopefully you guys all saw that short.
That's not too much of your head. I filmed a couple episodes of The Reliant where it's too much of my head, because that's about all you're seeing.
Yeah. Well, with it being an overhead camera, it's hard, and that kind of work, it's hard to keep like your head out of the frame, right? And so, in fact, it didn't show up on the, like, I didn't put it on the short I did, but you might be able to hear a little bit through my microphone, but this is kind of what I do.
Show you those results. It's gonna look really cool. And now a time lapse. Please excuse my head.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Where it says, and now a time lapse. Please excuse my head. So the time lapse basically just goes through the entire placement of those upper Aztecs. And yes, my head does get in the way too much.
Alec is saying, yeah, it's the nursing home job, full-time, $16 an hour, free meals, full health benefits, and I get to see my grandmother, like you said, Ken. Well, that's really good, Alec. I'm glad to hear you got that. Howard says, no, still haven't gotten it, but I haven't recorded anything new to work on it as far as his transitions go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll just need to do a Discord call so I can actually see what's going on. It's really hard to do it over like descriptions, figure it out over descriptions. Did I not film? I feel like I'm missing a clip here. I'm just gonna check that. You guys get the behind the scenes again tonight of the video production. Nope, that looks like it's it. I didn't film doing the bridge part apparently, but that's fine. That's fine. Unless I did and it's on my phone and I haven't transferred it yet. Actually, I can check that on my computer as well.
Jeff is saying that he just found the size for that Lego-ish model. He says it's 2 feet long.
Oh, wow. 2 feet long.
And Ken says no sound, question mark?
Oh, so I don't have computer audio coming to StreamYards, because the audio is just coming from this microphone direct. I'm just looking to see if I can find if I'm missing a clip or not. What's the date today? January, right?
January 10th, yeah.
So 26, because vMix does everything by date. No. Oh, no, we're good. Maybe. Where's the clip I just recorded? Oh, that's not good.
No. Well, it had to record somewhere, you'd think. Ken is saying, Andrew, turn up the volume.
Of what? Like, is my microphone too quiet?
I mean, I can hear you just fine.
Oh, I know why I can't find anything.
Did you record it in a new video?
Uh-oh. Where is it saving? No, it should be saving in OBS. And should be 2026. I'm not sure it saved the one we just did. Unless, oh, this might be it here. One moment, please. Nope.
It might be one of those things you find in the future.
No, I should have it there. Oh, is this it?
Recording.
That's it.
There we go.
It.
Perfect.
Important that I find that. So we're just going to copy this into a folder here. We're going to call it Aztek Vid 17, and we're going to toss it in and edit it, and cut it into the video.
So now that we have all the Aztecs, now that we've got.
There we go. So Howard, this is just what I'm doing. I've cut it off. This one also has material that's been cut off. They're joined together tightly. You should just be able to. So if you don't see, let me turn my face off here for a moment. Yoink. So if you don't see any of those transitions and stuff like that, you should be able to click on effects up here and bring them open, and you should be able to see your transitions. Then I just drag it in, and because I have an edit, it allows me to put it in there.
I've been just double clicking on what I want to use for a transition, because if it's kind of centered there and that's where your edit line is, it goes to the nearest one that your edit line is at.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try that. Double click. Oh, look at that. I learned something tonight. There you go. So you can try that too. I'm going to grab my audio for the transition. Paste that in.
So much easier laying that piece down. Now that we've got all the Aztecs.
Adjust the volume. Oh, I adjusted it too
On the
much.
surface here, I've zoomed in to show you a little bit of an issue through yourself, Aztek, and yes.
Oh, and this one's going to need stabilization.
Ken is saying, aren't you turn off the mute? Can everybody else hear us just fine?
Because I'm not muted. It's coming through on my side.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine. Yeah, Jeff says that he can hear us. All right, thank you for letting us know, everyone.
So Dash is watching on his phone, so he can't really see those details on a small screen right now. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll definitely have a video call.
I know it's near the edge. There's a gap running.
Because you're not going to get the computer audio
I'm gonna show you
coming through unless it's coming through my mic, unless you hear it incidentally through my microphone.
Okay, Ken is saying he can't hear Andrew. Can you hear me though, Ken?
It's going to look absolutely amazing.
Well, I'm going to have a quick look at my live stream.
My assumption would be it would be on Ken's end. He may need to refresh.
Oh, and I got an ad. Trying to watch my own live stream. I got an ad. I'm hearing me on my live stream.
Well, yeah, I guess maybe type in comments. Maybe tell him to refresh.
Maybe
Everybody
I'm a
else
little
can hear
bit.
him.
I might be a little bit too quiet. Uno dos. I'll start by moving my microphone up a little bit, a little closer. See how that goes.
Yeah,
I'm not
it
sure.
looks like it's just Ken's issue.
Okay.
Hey, Stephen Haynes is here. He says, I can hear you in the UK.
You can hear me all the way across the pond. Dash says, the chat moved. Dash says, wait, was I supposed to listen to you both? All right. We're getting rid of this.
Ken's saying maybe something's wrong with YouTube. I think he just needs to refresh.
Well, I was going to tell him to try to refresh, but if he can't hear me, then there's no point me telling him to refresh. So,
well, you can post it in comments.
All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go across the board here and find the spots where we need to do that work. I'm going to save. So we're currently up to 23 and a half minutes just on this portion of the Aztek masking work. So I think this is going to be a whole video series in and of itself, the way that it's working. Let's see. Okay, let's close out the editing software so that it's not taking undue stress on my system, on my computer system, not my body system. And let's see. If I start working in areas where I need to adjust the zoom, you tell me, and I will zoom out or zoom in or whatever zoom it is that has to be done.
I just sent a message under your name there for Ken to refresh his YouTube.
Okay. A purchase has been made under your name. In this case, I'm just moving one piece because that's easier. Some of these I'm just going to be able to manually adjust the mask itself, but where they stretch across, can you see this area here?
Yeah.
So it meets up over here more or less, but there's some section where it's not quite aligning. Then I need to bridge that gap. And on this one, I'm going to need to do it 2 directions.
And Sir Fix-a-Lot is here. He says,
welcome.
Good evening, everyone. And Ken says, okay, I have sound. Thumbs up.
Oh, good.
That's good, Ken.
I'm glad that's fixed for you. That's a very strange issue. I really need to get bifocals.
You can get those transitional ones.
Yeah.
That's what I have, but I find I'm more take my glasses off more often than not now when I'm working on the bench.
Yeah. Well, taking my glasses off and on all the time is what I want to try to avoid.
Yeah.
If I can find a solution for that. Go. And this is just a bit of a tedious but necessary process. I'm not going to film it all. If people want to see, actually, I should mention that in my video, that if you want to see the actual entirety of the process, they can
Come
go
watch
back
the
and
stream.
go back and watch the stream VOD.
Well, I was just during Jody's stream there. I was also looking at the round 2 website and whatnot, and looks like the Enterprise E, they're saying, supposed to be out this month.
Yeah, well, it should be out for a while. Like, it should be available for a while.
Yeah.
So I'll probably pick up a couple copies of the kit once these are out the door.
Yeah, and I believe Jody was kind of wondering about the translucent plastic a little bit.
The thing that I'm not happy about with the re-release is that they've colored the clear parts, which is fine, but they're not giving you an option to use non-colored parts. They're only providing the clear parts. And I don't want to use colored clear parts.
Right. Wonder if someone will do something aftermarket, maybe? I don't know. Ken says, Andrew, I have a question for you. The base color you used is French blue. What type of clear coat are you going to use on the D?
As far as like what brand?
I guess, yeah. What brand?
I haven't decided yet.
Do you have one you normally use for your models?
So I typically use the I usually use the where is it here? The Alclad.
And which
It's
is
a
like
lacquer base,
satin
right?
or gloss? Oh, it's gloss.
This is gloss for the clear. Like, so I've got gloss for the decal coat, and then a matte coat for the finish. But I'm thinking that I want to get away from the lacquer based clear coats. So I'm taking suggestions actually on clear coat material, because other products might play nicer with the Vallejo paints.
It might be one of those things where you have to do a Todd and try several different clear coats. He did that on stream one time.
Yeah.
He had purchased a whole bunch.
So here I'm actually removing some masking material.
Oh, okay. Jeff says, would the green strawberry photo etch aftermarket work with the new 1400? Possibly the colored parts, if more detail is needed, do you think?
Well, the problem I have with the colored parts is that I don't want colored parts at all. I want the LEDs to create the color. I don't want the color created by the parts. That's my issue.
Right. But as far as you using photo etch there, Jeff, if you have the aftermarket PE, and yeah, I mean, it would still work on the same kit because nothing's really changed with it other than the plastic they're using. Yeah, Ken says he was just curious. Trent says he loves the VMS clear coats. He says it's water-based and doesn't stink. I've heard a lot of people have a lot of good luck with VMS.
So if you have a suggestion for me, and you leave it in the comments, I should be able to go back through and see all the comments. Or if you're on the HTM Discord, you can send me a message with your recommendations.
And I do know of a Canadian retailer that sells VMS out of Ontario.
Okay.
So,
Who is it?
give me a second here.
Not sponsored.
It is. I gotta check my my bookmarks here. Sunward Hobbies.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, they are out of Mississauga.
I was going to guess Mississauga. Everything's out of Mississauga.
Although I know VMS can be hard to get. Let's see, they have VMS, diorama, thinners and cleaners, pigments and binders. Let's just see everything they have for VMS.
Because, yeah, I'd like, if I can, I think I'd like to go a water. Because, like, all my paints, like the acrylics are water-based, right? So I'd like to go.
Yep, they have them in stock. Varnish top coat XXL. Yeah, in stock. And then there's the satin. See here.
So
HD
Ken,
matte. Yep.
If you're able to, if you can send me that link.
Sure.
When you get a chance.
Doing it right now. There you have it.
Thank you. Of course, I will test everything before I use anything.
Yes, I've never used VMS myself, but I've seen many videos of people using it, and everybody seems to be positive of it. So
yeah.
And Trent says he uses it, so if you can't trust Trent, who can you trust?
That is a good question.
Trent's asking, what cameras are you guys using?
I'm using OBS bot for my PTZ above. So it's a fairly inexpensive PTZ camera that goes USB into my computer, and I can control it from my computer. Today, my face cam is an older camera. It's a Sony Nex VG10. It's just a standard HD camera. The camera I usually have been using has been a Blackmagic Design Pocket Cinema camera. But I was wanting to see if this one would work out okay, because if it did, then I wouldn't have to reset up every stream for it. I could just leave it set up. So the quality is not quite as good on that.
Jeff says, seeing you do this with the tape, my hat is off to you, Andrew. Doing what you're doing would drive me bonkers.
Hey, this is nothing compared to Aztek and the Enterprise E without a masking set.
Yes. If you haven't seen his videos on that, go take a look.
It's a lot easier doing the E now that Master Design came out with a masking set for it. Although using that masking kit is tricky in and of itself. I've got to get back to that and finish putting out a video on it. This is easy compared to doing that work.
Other varnishes I know people have used that are water-based are like Viejo. But again, I've used it a little bit, but it's not usually my go-to because I spray a lot of lacquers, and I generally stick with lacquers.
I'm tempted to try out Vallejo just because it should work well with its own paints, right?
Oh yeah, there should be no issue. Well, but then again, same with VMS because it's water-based as well.
Yeah, part of it is also the time of year. Using the lacquers this time of year is an issue. Because typically I'd want the shop door open.
Yeah.
And I can't do that this time of year without freezing everything. So I'm just trying to make sure that I've got everything covered in the area the camera is kind of looking on before I move forward on it.
Jeff says, I've seen his videos on that. He means the Enterprise E. He says, that is sheer madness.
It's actually, I actually find it quite enjoyable if I've got the time for it. But you have to have the time to dedicate to it. How am I doing? Am I still in frame?
You need to move a little bit more. If you're doing some stuff near the edge, you need to move up towards the edge a bit.
Okay. What I'll do is I'll zoom out a little bit. That way I'll catch more. And you should still be able to see what I'm doing.
Right.
And we'll go forward a little bit and up a tad. How's that looking? Are you seeing any glaring?
Nothing that you've missed yet. I mean, I see some, but I mean, obviously there are ones you probably see as well.
Yeah. All right, let's just record just a very short clip showing the progress so far. So,
and I don't know if you want to change where your camera's recording to this time.
Well, I want to show just this area here right now, showing the work that's been done.
But I mean, record where it records to on your computer.
Oh no, it was recording in the right spot. I just was missing it. Couldn't see the forest for the trees, kind of a deal. All right. And I also had a little bit of a panic when I thought I hadn't recorded any of my audio. I'm not sure what he means.
But just from that, instead of thanks was sure, he means that's.
Oh, okay, got it. Yeah. Thank you for the clarification. I was like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
All right, let's record a clip, and then hopefully it'll work, and we'll pop it into the editing software. We are recording. Quick progress update. Here you can see this nasty area we've dealt with, and the little bit of yellow tape here just bridges that gap. Oh, I missed a spot here. I will do that, but it just bridges the gap, makes it all tidied up. So if you have any issues like that, just grab your tape. It's a little bit tedious, but you will like the results once it's all done. So, yep, I missed a spot. I'll get that. Recording done.
Perfect.
Let's open up the video editing software again.
Trent says, even an amateur like me can spray VMS. He says it goes on wet and self-levels amazingly. Do you have to thin it at all, Trent, or no? Is it because it looks like it's a clear liquid, so it looks like it's pretty thinned out as is. It's the thing with Viejo, you would have to thin that down. Although if it needs thinning, it lasts longer.
So everybody's kind of siding on the side of whatever that's called, that brand.
VMS.
VMS.
Although, do you have the Viejo thinner for the paints?
I have Vallejo thinner, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, if you were gonna test it out, you'd have the thinner that's needed for their clear coat as well. And then Jeff is asking if there's any bubbling issues with VMS.
Are you saying that the Vallejo thinner should work with the VMS?
No, I'm saying the Viejo thinner should work with the Viejo clear coat if you're going to test it. I was just asking Trent if it requires thinning for the VMS or not.
Quick progress.
Okay, I'm gonna double click like Ken told me to. So did you figure that out yourself, or was that a tutorial that told you to double click?
No, I just figured it out myself.
Amazing. Quick progress update here. Here you can see this nasty area we've dealt with, and the little bit of yellow tape here just bridges that gap. Oh, I missed a spot here. Do you have any issues like I'll get that.
Nice little short clip.
Trent says the VMS sprays right out of the bottle. You just shake and spray. He says you need a 0.3 millimeter or bigger needle.
Okay, when he said point and spray, for a moment there, I thought it was a rattle can.
No, it's not. It's you'll see when you look at the links I sent you. You'll see.
Yeah,
it's just a little clear bottle that you would pour into your color cup.
Something that I can guarantee does not work with Vallejo paint. And I just knocked over my microphone. I never suggest. I suggest not knocking over your microphone. You know. The Rust-Oleum Ultra Cover. No, that's the wrong thing. The Rust-Oleum Ultra Cover Clear.
Oh, okay.
So it's a rattle can.
Yep.
Does not play well with Vallejo.
Okay.
So never. I mean, I got it to try it because it would have been a really quick and easy solution for some things, but it does not play well with Vallejo.
Ken says he always uses the Tamiya clear coats. I use their clear coats a lot too, Ken, because like I said, I mostly spray with lacquers, and you can use the Tamiya with lacquers.
This toppled over today and broke the rest of the way.
Okay.
But it's still a good paint mule, and I've got the whole front section to do more, like top section, to do more paint mule stuff with it. But I will take a section like this, and I will test the clear coats on this because it's got. Although you know what, I'm really surprised that the decals that I made.
Yeah.
For here, let's put this here. So those decals I made for the escape hatches on top of the paint that I did for the escape hatches.
Yep, we can.
I'm surprised those decals have laid down so nicely without a gloss coat.
Okay.
But yeah, I will. So I'll use a piece like that to test the clears, so that I don't risk damaging the model.
Trent is saying I've never had problems like that, referring to Jeff asking about bubbling. Jeff is saying, just asking, I have bubbling issues with the Tamiya and Rebel paints. I use both rattle and air since I started using it, so I was curious.
So what's the brand called again?
VMS.
So I guess no bubbly VMS.
Ken's asking, what about Rust-Oleum matte clear? He said it's enamel.
The Rust-Oleum, yeah, the Rust-Oleum, the either the gloss or the matte, seems to react with the Vallejo. It's I mean, if you want to get orange peel, that's a great method to use if you're deliberately trying to get it. Am I missing anything?
Well, obviously in the next big gap.
Over here.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to see if I'm missing anything over here before I move over. Nothing major. Like there's going to be tiny gaps between the corners that I'm not really going to care about because they're too close to not worry about.
Right.
Let's see.
Plus there'll be so much going on top, when it's all done that your eye shouldn't pick it up.
So I'm going to move over to here. I'm just going to put this here temporarily. I'm going to move the camera a bit. Oh, I've got transfer film stuck to my shoe, and I don't think I'm going to be able to use it anymore because now it's got a shoe print on it. All right, let's bring up the camera. And I finally got the camera oriented. I had to order an elbow to attach this camera, so because it was in order to get this view, I had to it had to go completely at the extreme of its movable range, and it didn't like that. So I got a 90-degree angle, and now it likes it. But now my little joystick controls on screen. Up represents going up on the screen, and so they actually line up now. I don't have to guess, so that's kind of nice. All right, well, I might as well do this. There we go.
Ken says, when I get around to building my 1400 scale Enterprise D, I'm going to use Tamiya acrylic and clear coats.
Okay.
Yeah, I would definitely say, oh, Jody's here. He says, I'm still here, drilling windows. Good to hear, Jody.
What project are you drilling windows on?
That's that Cardassian ship.
Oh, he's drilling windows on that one?
Show. Yeah. Because remember, I don't know if you heard him or not, he's going to come back on after you're done.
Okay. Yeah, no, I caught only the smallest little bit of his stream because we had my 5-year-old son's birthday party today.
Oh, okay, right on.
And so it's been a busy day. We had 16 4- and 5-year-olds at his birthday party.
That sounds busy.
Yes.
What I was going to say about Tamiya, though, the shame is Tamiya doesn't have a lot of color selection in their acrylics. They're kind of limited to what they have. You got to start mixing. So your Jeff is saying, Andrew, do you know if the folks who made the masks for the D and E will at some point possibly make masks for the Helios Enterprise B or Excelsior?
Nope. I don't think Wayne's gonna do masks for that. But what Hagen Miller has already done R&D to figure out what the patterns and stuff are. And I'm going to be taking what he did for the 420 or whatever scale it is that he's got And I'm going to be working to upscale those for the 350. Is it 350 that we have?
Yes, we have the 350.
Yeah, so I'm going to be working to resize those for that. Whether or not I can provide those to anybody, that will be up to Hagen because it's his intellectual property. So I don't know. Because I will, if I'm using somebody else's intellectual property, I will not give that out without permission.
Gordon is here. He says, "Hi guys, just got the notification." Wow, that's an hour into the stream. Speaking of which,
hit that bell icon to get notified of my live streams.
Did you also want to run a commercial sometime soon?
Oh yeah, there's that whole thing, isn't there? YouTube does like their commercial breaks.
And Ken says, "I'm still working on the Klingon battle cruiser interior lighting."
When it comes to the Enterprise B/Excelsior projects, I think the lighting will go together pretty quickly for that, and I think the assembly will go together pretty quickly for that. I think the time invested in that will be the whole paint. But the caveat there is I am going to individually light all of the cabins. So dealing with that and getting light boxes and stuff might be a little time consuming, but we'll see. All right, so it is not 10:04. We should run a commercial break. So we're going to do that. Some of you might get a commercial. Some of you won't get a commercial. We're just going to make YouTube happy here. I've moved to manually running them so that they're not cutting into the stream at inopportune times. So, all right, let's give it a moment. I'm just getting into the studio. Okay, let's run that commercial break. And probably nobody's going to get it, which is perfectly fine. I don't care. We're just making YouTube happy doing this. We don't want YouTube to be angry at us.
No,
Start
not
shadow
a thing.
banning us or something like that. We should. Are we caught up on the chat?
Yes, we are. Oh no, wait, one more. Jeff says, "Do you happen to know the best detergent / soap for washing the Helios kit to get rid of the residue off of them?"
The best? I don't know. I just used. I used Dawn dish detergent. If in doubt, go with Dawn.
Is that a new chair you got?
Me?
Yeah.
No, it's still the noisy one.
Okay, you got something on the back of your chair.
Oh yeah, that's just it's a package for LED lights.
Oh, okay.
And I stuck it on there to give myself something to focus on for the camera. That was roughly at the same distance away from the camera as what my face would be. Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah, I would assume any dish detergent soap would be fine to use.
Typically, my go-to for dish detergent for anything is Dawn, just because it tends to. I mean, I don't know if they've got Dawn in the Americas or not, or if they have it in Europe. I know dish soap is a little different in Europe, because in parts of Europe anyway, because there's some parts where they have dish soap that you don't have to rinse, apparently.
Jeff says, "Funny, go to commercial break," and he said, "and get Warhammer stuff. Was expecting a Star Trek Fleet Command, I guess, commercial. One sense, it seems to be the one I get when you have a commercial." And Howard says, Dawn gets grease out of the way.
Well, that's the one that they use for all the wildlife when BP has an accident.
Technically, no.
No?
They don't use that on the animals. Dawn just hates. That's
was
what
that?
Dawn helps get oil off the animals.
Sorry, there was some interference there on your audio when you were saying that.
Oh, I was just saying Dawn actually is not what they use. It's just that Dawn helps get oil off the animals by donating money to the cleanup.
Oh, I always thought that was actually Dawn that they used.
No, they don't.
Because they've had all those advertisements and stuff.
Yep, but that's not what they actually use. They do help by donating money.
They've been lying to us.
No, they haven't. They're telling you the truth. Dawn does help.
Just not in the way that they're...
No, exactly. They're not saying that they use the soap for the cleanup. They just imply it by showing soap being used.
I'm just repositioning this one mask, although centering it is going to be a fun thing.
Yeah, I used to think that they use Dawn soap too to help the animals, but I learned that fact from I can't remember where.
I don't remember that truth in advertising commercial.
Jeff says false advertising, but at the same time, not falsely advertising Dawn. PR guy's sneaky.
I'm going to have to get a little bit of height here. And I'm afraid you're going to see mostly just my head here. Apologize that my head's in the way. That's the only way I'm getting this placed properly. Or I should say replaced properly. Sometimes they just need to be moved by hand to be properly aligned. There we go. That's better. And I'll move these other ones up a little bit, but those will be a lot easier to deal with.
Yeah, they say that I think it was something along the lines of the Dawn soap actually ends up removing the natural oils as well that should be on like animals, like their natural oils.
Oh, so they're saying it's too good to use on the animals. I see how it is.
At least that's what I had learned it from the internet a few years back.
And of course, we know if the internet says it's true, it must be. All of these masks that are on the curves will get a repress down just before the paint hits them.
Although now that I'm reading on the internet, it does say you can use Dawn liquid dish soap. So maybe the internet lied to me a few years ago.
Well, it's either lying now or it was lying then.
Either or.
Either or.
Let's see here. I'm just reading a quick little article here. They were expecting the little ducklings to walk away after they used the soap. Instead, they sort of slumped over and became unresponsive. Ooh. Anyway, I'll read some more comments here. Jeff says, "What size is the yellow masking tape you use, Andrew? I think I'm going to. I think I am going made. What the? I'm not sure what you're trying to say there. I think I'm going to made, but might have to try and make my own Aztek pattern.
Mad, but might have to try and make my own Aztek pattern for the 1650 Excelsior. I use 2 different sizes and 2 different kinds of tape. So for the frog tape, it's just the yellow frog tape, which is the delicate. I've got 2 sizes. One is 3.5 centimeters, or 1 3/4 inches. And then I've got 2.5 centimeter or 1 inch. I also have some Scotch Delicate. Oh, apparently I was not in camera. So this is the 3.5 millimeter. This is the 2.5. Sorry, 3.5
centimeter.
2.5 centimeter. And then this is all the frog tape delicate. This is the purple stuff is 3M delicate. Basically, they both of these work the same. And then I also use, where I don't need the delicate, I use the 3M blue for all other masking that I don't need the delicate stuff for. Because it's a little, it stays a little bit better. Actually, when I went to Home Depot last time, they didn't have the thinner stuff. So once this little roll runs out, all I've got is the thicker stuff.
Howard says, you can use it, he means Dawn, sparingly, but we always use Dawn on our cows at the fair. Okay. And Sir Fix-a-Lot says, I don't know for sure about Dawn. I do bath my Chihuahuas with Dawn, and they have done much better with not having skin irritations. Well, that's good.
I wonder if Dawn would break down the oils in skunk spray.
Ooh, that's a good question.
I have fortunately never had to have that experience.
That stuff's pretty potent. Usually you got to buy specialty products, I think. Or at least that's what I've seen at like vet offices and stuff.
I had a few close calls when I was at school in Peterborough. We had a lot of skunks around there.
Jeff says, knock on wood, Andrew.
Yeah. I was about to say knock on styrene, but this isn't even styrene. All right, I'm probably going to have to move the camera again. We're making progress because I'm working on the center.
And Sir Fix-A-Lot says, I don't want to test skunk spray for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't get sprayed by a skunk. It's not advised.
We used to joke at work there when I was a police officer there. You'd always see it in the spring there. The first, you'd always smell that first car that hit a skunk.
Yep.
Usually at night, they wouldn't see it.
I've also been fortunate never to hit a skunk on the road.
No, I've hit a few, especially at night when you're going, even when you're going to a call, lights and sirens.
Yeah.
You know,
the bigger thing we had to worry about in my area was deer.
Yeah.
Deer were a huge issue.
Jeff says, I'd rather not have to bathe in tomatoes, so I'll try my best to avoid anything relating to skunks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to get quite a number of vehicles hitting deer in my area.
There was one night I was heading home, and the road I was on, near a village I was coming up to, there's railway tracks, and the area leading to the railway tracks, there was this S curve just before the tracks.
Yeah.
I was just driving normal at night. Suddenly, on the road in front of me, 4 deer staggered on the road. Somehow, I managed to maneuver just between all of them.
Oh, you're lucky.
And come through completely unscathed. To this day, I have no idea how that happened. How I managed to get through that unscathed. But yeah, there were 4 deer standing on the road, and somehow missed all of them. Like, because there was barely enough time coming around that S corner at night, barely enough time to react to them, but managed just to get my little car smack dab, like just threaded the needle smack dab through.
Yeah, they get that deer in the headlights thing. They all freeze up. This is just a personal experience of mine, though. I've tried this, and it seems to work. Maybe it was just a couple times I've had to do it. Was while I was braking, I started flashing my my headlights between bright and low, high and low, and that seemed to break the deer in the headlight. Kind of made them move on.
Yeah.
While I was still braking. Sir Fix-A-Lot says the detail on the Aztek is looking nice.
Thank you. They'll look even better once there's paint down.
Captain Charlemagne, Jeff says, so as a police officer, Ken, did you have to take anyone in the back of the car that got sprayed? Not by a skunk, but by pepper spray, yes. And that stuff, oh.
Were you the one that had to do the spraying?
No, I never did spray anyone. I've tasered people, but never sprayed anyone. Just the spray is just so messy and cross-contaminates everybody. And
yeah. Well, anytime an officer has to do anything like that, you got to, like, I always think they must be thinking, come on, don't make me do this.
No, exactly.
I don't want this. You don't want this. Nobody wants this. Don't make me do this.
Yeah.
Just cooperate.
Well, yeah, exactly. Especially if you're in a public building or someone's house. Like, you don't want to spray that in someone's house because, or a public building, because then it also contaminates the public building. It's not like you as a police officer stay there and clean it up. You leave with the bad guy or whatever and on your way. Sir Fixalot says, deer are the main problem here as well. Not many skunks seen. What part of the world are you in there, Mr. Fixalot? Sir Fixalot. Howard said, only 4. I had 8 a few weeks ago on ice. I remember that, Howard, you saying that.
Skunks on ice?
Deer.
Deer on ice? That sounds like an interesting show.
And then he says, and about 30 more thinking about crossing the road.
Deer on ice is also the results of a hunting expedition, I think.
Yeah. That always was the good thing, though, about traveling lights and sirens to a call at night. The sirens can be heard so far off that deer just kind of wander away from the road, I believe, because when I have my lights and sirens going, you never see them. Let's see here. Captain Charlemagne says the only thing I've run over with my car at night was once a large snake. I think it was a python, and the other was a small alligator. Ooh.
Definitely not Canadian problems.
I was going to a call, and I mean, it's unfortunate. I had a Canadian goose.
Aww, they'll be so sorely missed.
And so I slow down at first, right? And I'm like, okay, I must have gone onto the car or something. So I start speeding up. Next, you know, the dead goose is his head flops freaking onto the hood as I'm picking up speed, and his wings come up as well and flop onto the hood. So it's almost like having a Thunderbird car. So I start slowing down again, so it comes back down. I'm like, oh, okay, speed up again. Sure enough, goes back up. I'm like, oh. So I quickly get out of the car, try to remove it, but I couldn't. So I just had to drive like that to the call.
No one mourns.
And later, I had to basically, to get the goose out, I had to just push it in the rest of the way through.
No one mourns for goose.
Yeah. Necronaut Drummer is here. He said, my first brand new vehicle was the 2007 Xterra, and I ended up hitting a deer about a week after driving it off the lot. Ooh.
Oh, no.
Yikes.
What was your first car, Ken?
First new car I bought?
Yeah, first new car.
Chevy Impala, 2009. Yeah. Yep.
My first brand new car was a Mazda 3 Sport.
Nice.
Drove that for 11 or 12 years.
Yeah.
Before getting the Tesla.
Okay.
Before getting the first Tesla. So it didn't owe me anything.
Sir Fixalot says he's southeastern U.S. Okay, so not many skunks down where you are, but definitely deer. Trent said he had a goose fly into his car and ripped my mirror off and scared the crap out of my wife. Yeah. I've been in cars that have bounced them off the windshield. Jody says his first car was a 2000 Civic. Jeff says, I'm going to take off, guys. Have a nice night and see you all later.
All right. Well, have a good night. Thanks for joining.
Yeah. Take care, Jeff. Ken says my first new vehicle was a 1995 Ford Ranger.
Before I got my Mazda 3, I was driving. I had previously my 3 previous cars before that were Hyundais. My first car was a Hyundai Accent, and then I had 2 Hyundai Tiburons.
Okay. Yep.
All of my ICE cars were standard.
Yeah, I used to drive standard as well. Jody says, not new. I got it 11 years ago when I started driving. And Ken says, I'm currently driving a 2023 Kia Sportage.
I don't think I could go back to a regular car anymore.
No?
I'm a little I'm not going to enjoy driving tomorrow because our free. Oh, I think I need to move the camera.
I would still see what you're doing, but it wouldn't hurt to move the camera.
Our free trial of self-driving ends tonight at midnight, so
okay.
I'm going to actually have to drive the car now.
Would you ever consider renewing it, or is it like really expensive? Or
I will probably subscribe to it for the month of Wonderfest and let the car do the entire drive down to Wonderfest.
Nice.
Because for me, the $100 for the month is worth it.
Okay.
To not like for it to do that
for a long drive like that. Yeah.
Because then I can just I'll get there less tired.
Yeah.
Because we'll leave here around midnight. The Thursday night, Friday morning. And then that'll get us into Wonderfest at a decent time where we're not like getting in late, and we've actually got time to set up in the dealer room if I'm able to bring the model with me. And
right. Ken says he likes his SUV. Necronaut Drummer says, Andrew, how much mask correction do you typically need to do on a typical set of 1400 Aztek masks on an Enterprise D?
You're probably not going to have very much deviation on those masks because Wayne's really got those dialed in. The thing with this is he borrowed a kit. Well, we started out working on it across he would so I took sketches of the model. I took impressions of the model and sent him the drawings with the scale, and he did up the initial thing, and then we were going back and forth making minute adjustments and stuff. But then he was able to get a hold of a copy of the kit from Andy at Scale Electronics, who does the lighting systems for them, and but he couldn't actually go through the process of painting the model parts because wasn't his kit. So he's had to do kind of his best approximation, but he's really been able to dial in the 1400 scale ones. So I don't think I will be using them here soon because I've got a couple 1400s on the schedule after this stuff's gone and the 1400Es are gone. So I'd be able to tell you then, but I'm pretty sure that he's got those ones really dialed in.
Just out of curiosity, does anybody else make the Aztekings for the D?
For this scale or for the 1400?
What's that?
For this scale or for the 1400?
For the 1400. I
think Mass Design has a new kit out for it too.
Okay.
But I haven't really looked at it because I'm already using Wayne's masks.
Yeah.
But it's Gary, right?
Yeah, it is Gary at Mass Design.
Yeah. So I don't know the details about his kit for it. I don't know if it's if it's the full 4 color or what, but his mask sets are usually pretty good, so I wouldn't have any issues with those either. It's just that Wayne's masks are the ones I've been using for the Enterprise D. So that's what I'm sticking with.
Well, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yep. And then Lou does make a set for this size because he's built it, but he doesn't do 4 colors. I think He and Phil did 3 colors.
Oh, okay. Jody says Andrew is basically prototyping these ones.
Yeah. I mean, it came out beautiful on the other ones, so it's just a matter of just knowing how to deal with the peculiarities.
Sir Fix-a-Lot says, I have thought about getting a Tesla next, but my current 2 vehicles are still in great shape, and I generally only drive them once or twice a month.
Well, the most cost-effective car is the car you already have if it doesn't require maintenance.
I agree with you on that.
But I have to say, I will never go back to another kind of vehicle. I love my Teslas too much. Now I do. We got our Model 3 first, and then we hit a great deal on the outgoing original version of the Model Ys because they did a refresh, and so they were clearing inventory of the older version, and so we got an amazing deal on that, and they gave us more for our Dodge Caravan than we thought we would have ever gotten for it. So we upgraded about 2 years ahead of schedule and figure that we saved about $25,000 pulling the trigger when we did versus waiting for 2 years. It was just like a deal we could not pass up. And I have to say, I love the Model 3 and I like driving the Model 3, but I do like the Model Y a little bit better. Maybe because it's my daily driver and I'm used to it now. Because my wife really likes the smaller Model 3. And so that's her daily driver. So I don't drive the Model 3 as much anymore. But I find the Model 3 also more comfortable for the longer trips.
Necronaut Drummer says, I've got a set of the official Aztek decals for the 1400 1701D, and they appear to be the Generations paint job with much more complex 4-color paint.
Yeah.
Opinions on the base color? Duck egg green, he says.
If you're doing Generations, well, it really depends on the masks themselves. And if they, because I haven't looked at round 2's masks for a long time, but if they've got like clear for the base color to come through, then it's going to either be the like the French blue or duck egg blue, or it's going to be a bit of a grayer blue. Just depends on which one isn't on the decals. And I couldn't tell you that without looking at them. But personally, I will, if I can paint Aztecs, I will always paint them. But I've seen some great results with the decals, especially if you go over them with some like base coat color, like with a blending coat. Let's see. Let me just see if I can pull it up here. One moment, please. Because at Captain's Dry Dock.
He says, I think they're the round 2.
Yeah. So if we go to Captain's Dry Dock and I grab the Enterprise D playlist, and no, I want. I want the.
That's what Enterprise D.
I'm just scrubbing through his video. because there's a shot of the warp engines where he's used, I think he's used the decals. No, this might still be the paint. I'm not sure. Anyway, there is a video in his Enterprise D series where he showed a process on the decals where you get them looking really good.
And whose video was this again?
So it's Captain Strydock. Yeah, have you checked out his channel?
I have not. I'm going to have to in the future.
Yeah. He's gotten away from doing, like, he was doing a bunch of Star Trek props and stuff like that, but Paramount came down on him pretty hard because he was selling some comm badges on Etsy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But there is, I can't find the actual video, but so his name is John, and it's Captain Strydock, and he shows, maybe this might be it. He shows somebody else's video where they've, I'm just going to put it up on screen here. It went to the back. It went to the back monitor.
Necronaut Drummer says, thanks, Andrew. I subscribed to him, but I forgot he was building the model. I'll go and review the build.
Yeah, so he, I mean, he hasn't finished it, but there's this. Let's do this. So these pictures he's showing have used the decals. Somebody has used the decals, and I'd have to find the name of, or the channel that he got this from, or where he got this from. But what they had essentially done, there's a good view. So they had laid down the decals, and then they overpainted the decals to mute them all, because the decals can be quite harsh. And so somebody had found a procedure to use the decals, but get the nicely blended look. So, all right, we shall continue. I just need to figure out where my StreamYard went. Oh, there it is.
And we are at 22.
22 what?
Time. 22 of the hour.
Okay. All right. Well, we can get a little bit more done here. This is certainly not a sprint.
If you were trying to cut off that piece of tape there, it didn't stay.
No, it's the piece I was using is, the strip I was using is a little too narrow. I wasn't getting full coverage, so I'm just grabbing a small piece that's a little wider, because it gets a little wide in this section here. So this is one of the other areas you have to pay attention to, because the dimensions are just slightly off from the 1400 that the mask set was based on and upsized from. So the exact placement of the phaser array that you use for alignment is just a little bit different. So some of the masks don't quite reach up to the phaser array. Fill that gap a little bit too. Sounded like the aliens were trying to abduct you there, Ken.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no. I'm just moving stuff around.
Yeah, my personal choice, like my personal feeling is, given the choice between decals and painting Aztecs, I will paint every single time, or at least I will try.
Well, it's just it looks much nicer.
Well, and I'm still really tempted to at least attempt to. In fact, I will attempt to paint the top saucer main registry, at least on a test piece, and actually take my time with it. When I did it on that, when I did my initial proof of concept, I wasn't trying to be careful with it. I just wanted to see if I could get results with it. And one of the issues I had was I didn't have any Vallejo red paint on hand for the airbrush, for the red pinstripe on it. And
Right.
I used this, I had some Rust-Oleum red on hand from a video project I did. I had to make a prop that needed the red, and so I just grabbed that because it was the easiest way to do it. And so I used that, which was not ideal. And I didn't take my time with it, and I didn't overcoat masks and stuff to lock layers in and stuff like that. I just wanted to do a quick and easy proof of concept, which if anybody hasn't seen that yet, I showed it earlier on the stream, but this let's get it in there.
More towards the far edge. There you go.
Yeah, so this is the proof of concept. This is the exact size it needs to be on this kit. Sorry, it's a little awkward trying to keep it in frame there, but you can see how there is some paint bleed and stuff like that, but I wasn't really caring about that doing the quick and dirty test run on it. I just wanted to make sure I could do it and it could come out clean. Which one is it here? Like this C right here came out really super clean. Let's see if the camera will focus on that.
Yeah, those look great.
So it can be done. So I'm really tempted, at least for that main registry. The one on the bottom of the saucer is smaller, so I'll probably use the decal for that. But at least on that main registry, I'm tempted to paint it. One of the things that one of the clients really wanted was for the decals to be trimmed really close so that there wouldn't be any carrier film visible on it. And I'm just thinking, you know, I can probably do that as paint, and then they have zero carrier film at all.
Ken says, I have 2 sets of decals for the 1400 scale Enterprise D from round 2, 4 sheets in the set, and are from the movie Star Trek Generations.
Yeah. I have a set that came with one of the clear kit issues. I think it was the first clear kit repop.
Yep.
Like the one that's water clear. So they actually shipped it with the decals.
Okay.
I'm never going to use those decals. But they shipped with them. I don't know how old those decals are now. I don't know when the first clear kit for it was released. I don't know what the shelf life is on those round 2 decals.
Necro Drummer says, I'm planning on using Aztek decals on a really quick bang together build.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, it depends too on what the purpose of your build is.
Necron Drummer then says, rumors of a new tool and or a larger scale Enterprise D from round 2 for years now. Any thoughts, hints, or insider info?
No insider info on other than they keep telling me that it's something that they would like to do, but it comes down to tooling cost, and so they have to decide what they're going to spend their tooling budget on, right? So
What are they thinking? 1/1000 scale or what?
if they bring it out, it'll probably be 1/1000 scale.
Okay. Ken says, I also have the Clear Enterprise D in 1400 scale.
Yeah.
Jody says, I'll buy them from you, Andrew. Those decals.
Hey, if you want them, I would just give them to you, Jody.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to get any better just sitting there.
Yeah.
They're just going to get older and older and crummier and crummier.
And I'm never going to use them. Plus, I can't guarantee. Like, I can't guarantee what quality they are. Like what state? Sorry, what state they're in? Because they've been in the box since that kit was repopped. Ken, do you have access to a Google machine?
I do. I was just going to look it up.
Yeah. Because I'd be curious what year it was repopped. I'm going to just adjust the camera a little bit here. We're making good progress.
All right, let's see here. What scaler are we saying? 1400?
Well, it's not this kit that I had within close range. This one has all the lifeboats, but it doesn't have the Aztecs. But one of the kits, I've got a few of them.
And who's the manufacturer?
Well, it's AMT. Do I have any more? Sometimes I forget how many copies of what kits I have. Let's see.
AMT Earl. Let's see.
Oh yeah, I found them.
Is it? Do you got the box there?
Yeah, and they're still sealed in the package.
Can I see the box top?
Yeah, it's this version.
That version? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at all the different versions here on ScaleMates. That would be that one, which came out in 2010.
2010. So, what, 16 years?
Yep.
So the Aztek decals would be about 16 years old.
Well, it looks like they're well, like you take care of them, so they shouldn't be too bad.
Well, it was an open box when I bought it.
But were the decals are still in that plastic?
Yeah,
the whole
they're
time?
still in the sealed bag.
Yeah.
But like the kit itself was an open box. It was,
Yep.
I think it was part of a group deal I bought. I'm like, bonus. because sometimes you can find like group deals of models on Facebook Marketplace, and sometimes you get some good kits in those group, like where they're selling like a group of kits for a certain amount, and you can get some good stuff.
Jody says, I'll buy them from you, Andrew. I'll pay the postage. I'll get that model someday. Even if I never get the Enterprise D, I could use them on another project. And Ken says, on the back of the clear Enterprise D box, it shows a date of 2016.
Well, there's multiple releases of it, right?
Yeah.
And they've re-released the clear kit a few times. But the first time that they released it in clear, they released it with the Aztek decals included, which is that one.
Right.
Only that one. It was only that one time, that first time, that they did it with the decals included.
Right, and that was the 2010 release. And then the next release was 2019 with new parts.
New parts?
That's what it says.
The only new parts would be the display stand.
Probably.
Because the one with the Aztek decals comes with the original display stand.
Yep. Ken says, my Enterprise D did not come with decals.
Yeah.
Necronaut Drummer says, Facebook Marketplace for the win. I picked up a Rebel 148th B1B Lancer today for only $60 Canadian.
Cool.
Nice.
Sometimes people don't know what they're selling on Facebook Marketplace too.
True enough. Or unfortunately, they're just desperate.
But then there's a lot of people who think these things are prized rare possessions that somebody should pay like $300 for a model.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure if you go looking online there, people are probably still trying to sell Enterprise E-kits for outrageous money. Trying to still catch people who don't realize there's a new release coming soon.
Yeah.
Jody says the 2500 scale has the Aztecs included in the newer kits, but not the older ones.
Well, on the kits that size, you really kind of need, because then that becomes just a scale issue for painting. Although I know some guys that could give it a good go who specialize in those small ships. Or small scale painting in general. I think Jody could paint it. I think Donnie could paint it.
Let's see here. Howard says Buck's wife scored with a model and got it cheap. Jeff White is here. He says, has anyone heard any news of the next round of Helios Enterprise D shipping? He said, ordered mine in July and haven't heard anything. Beautiful work on both of these kits, Andrew.
I have one of the next round Ds coming, and I haven't heard anything from Daniel. But they're I think Enterprise Cs are shipping out. So and they're kind of at the mercy of the factory in China.
Yeah, usually when you're dealing with stuff like that, it's you get it when you can get your slot in.
Yeah. Fortunately, though, for me, I'm not if I need one of their kits, I'm not kind of constrained to when they're doing a run on them. They if I need one of their kits, they will have the factory do one as a one-off for me. Something to do with generating sales for their product or something.
You think?
I am looking forward to seeing what's changed on the upgraded version of the D, and seeing the provided armature, which is going to make this thing so much easier for people to build.
I mean, I look at the armature we got for the Excelsior / Enterprise B there, and yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm actually looking forward to building that kit.
Yeah. Well, I think they recognized the need for it after a few of us built it, right?
Yeah. Jeff says, "Okay, that's good to hear. My wife is kind of worried that I spent all that money and I have to wait so long to get it."
Yeah, no, it's just the nature of the world right now.
Yeah, it took us a while to get for Andrew to get the Enterprise B and me to get the Excelsior.
Also, the kits are coming in from China, so if you are in the United States currently, just be aware that tariffs might be a thing. So you might have a significant import fee.
Jody says, "In case anyone is interested, I'll start my stream again whenever Andrew is finished." Yes, because you're at the 2-hour mark now.
Oh, we are?
Yep.
All right.
Now.
Well, okay. So, Jody, if you want to go ahead and get your stream started, I will send everybody over there. We'll just wrap up here, so you might as well get set up and ready to go.
Ken says, "Maybe the new 1400 scale Enterprise D will have open windows. Just a thought."
No, 1400 scale, not a chance. Did he say 1400 scale?
He did say 1400 scale.
Yeah, not a chance. They are not going to do any retooling on that kit. And they'd have to do a significant retool for them to have the windows open on it. Their solution to that is
opaque or transparent plastic.
Plastic that lets the light come through, and they're expecting you to scrape those windows. Customization, redirect. And redirect is put in there. So it should redirect you automatically to Jody's stream as soon as we end here. So thanks everyone for coming to the live stream. I hope that this fiddly tedious work has at least been enjoyable to watch. If you've enjoyed the stream, make sure that you hit that like button. If you're new to my channel or you haven't done so yet, make sure that you hit the subscribe button. You'll make me very happy if you do. But for now, my name is Andrew. Your producer tonight has been Ken. And this has been Canadian Starships live stream. Have a great night, everyone.
Good night.